Or I'm sorry, now I am.
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome to the Vet Crossing Tuesday free, I would say now webinar. Yeah, it's pretty fancy. I'm gonna call it a webinar from now on and not a course or a session anymore. It is valuable information and we try to keep it in about 30 minutes or so. That way it doesn't drain too much of your attention span. So valuable information from, I say, SME or subject matter experts in the field. And we have with us today, Steve Siri. Now, Steve, can you hear me pretty good?
Yeah, I got you. How about me?
So just so the video is feeding through the Vet Crossing now. If you're going to share, go ahead and share. And then, of course, take about 5 minutes and introduce to the group who you are, how you get started. And then let's jump right into the lesson. Is that cool?
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I don't see it feeding yet, but that's okay. Um, well, first of all, I'm a real short story. I always like saying this. I was born a poor farm boy from Minnesota, and I grew up on a farm. Great life for kids. Unfortunately, Minnesota is pretty cold. So by the time I got 18, I was tired of the winters, and I always wanted to be in the military. So I joined the military in the Air Force, and I I got into the space operations field, and I really liked that. That's flying satellites and all that kind of stuff. And um, I was in the military for 24 years and retired here in Colorado Springs, Colorado, which was a beautiful 95 degrees yesterday, and today is um, 35 and snowing. So, which is typical. Tomorrow it's going to be up in the 80s again, I'm sure. So when I got out of the military, I was really looking for another place to help people. That's why I got in, was to share my knowledge and to help other people with whatever they needed. And that's why I liked the military. And I ended up coming across online marketing because I was able to help other people market their business, whether you're a brick and mortar business or need coaching on how to set up your own online business or sell products or anything like that. So that's what I've been doing for about the last 4 years, and not a millionaire yet, but I'm going to get there.
Appreciate that, Steve. Very cool. So just so you know, it's like 105 degrees here in California.
Oh my God.
The wind changed direction today, so all the smoke is coming right at us now instead of out in the ocean. So
that's not good. We were pretty hazy yesterday,
yeah.
And it's from the fires we have out west in the mountains that the wind changed and blew it all over the city. But that just lasted one day. The haziness did anyway. So yeah. So
I can't wait for this lesson. I know we did a dry run, and I was very hooked on knowing even more. I hope the group enjoys this lesson as much as I did. When you're ready, Steve.
Okay.
I have to.
All right.
For you already.
Okay. All right. So, and I'll share my screen, right?
Right.
Okay. I'm going to share my screen now. Make sure it's good. Yeah, I've got everything up I need, and and things I don't need. Okay. So here we go. All right. So you all should see my my screen now. I've got it on the Vet Crossing page, if that's right.
That's a good looking page, man.
Yeah, man, I was just gonna say that. Yeah, no kissing butt there, is there? Sorry, that's the military coming out of me. Never mind. Um, so what I'm going to talk about today is it's an overview of how I call it the 5-day Facebook Messenger blitz, for lack of a better term. And if you can see up on top here, I'll go through, I'll show you what I've got here and how I do that. And so what I've done first is I have this is a way to get your product or service out to your friends or family or whatever in your Facebook group or your Facebook profile for free. And it's also a way to find out who's actually in there to see what you do for business. And it's a way for you to see what you do for business, and also the ones that really don't care, then you can get rid of, because Facebook will present things more to people that are more interested than if it's just going to a lot of the people that don't open your page. So how I'm going to do that is I am going to, let's just get in here. This is what I did was I put together, these are all the messages that I'm going to show you I'm using. This is kind of a flow. I can send this to anybody who wants it, but it's a way to start a conversation with your Facebook friends and family on your profile via Messenger, and how to do it in a way that it's not so spammy or selly, but still not waste your time. Okay. And so the first thing that I did was, and I can send you the link that shows you how to do this. But Facebook has a way to download your friends into a spreadsheet like I've done here already. Now these are all made up names. So they're not my friends or anything, but I'm just using it for my demo. And my plan is to use Thunder here when I do certain steps, and then we can respond from there. And the idea here is to do this this process once a day for 5 days, or you can do it twice a day if you want. But what I'm going to do when you start out, I am going to start my conversation with 10 of my Facebook friends a day. I'll do it 10 times a day, and then I track to see if they're responding or not, and if they are, then I keep track of that as well. Okay, so just to show you how I set this up, you can set it up anywhere you want, but obviously the name, this means I started the conversation, and within that conversation that I briefly showed you, I asked them if they're open to some sort of new idea, and these are the ones that I'm going to track as I go along, the different subjects, messages that I'm talking about. Okay, so let's get started. So let's say I want to go to Abraham Todd, and I right click and copy his name, and I go to Facebook profile page. Okay, and I think, yeah, here you are, Thunder. So let's assume this was that, and then I put up in here, I search that person's name and find his profile, or his Facebook profile. I'm not going to do that because obviously it's not a real name. So we'll use Thunder as our guinea pig here. So I'll click on message, and we'll forget about these here. But so I'm on his page, and I look at his page and I see if he's got You know, it's a nice looking page. Got a banner. It's got some friends. He's posting a little bit. I don't go into a lot of detail, but you know, I just see that, okay, it looks like an active page. And then I'll jump over to my Google Docs. I just put this in here. So this is the start the combo for the opening the combo. And here's what it is. I'm basically saying, hi, I'm looking, or, you know, I'm just basically saying hi, and then asking them, you know, how's it going, basically. And you can read this as well. And I'll go kind of quickly because I don't want to go too long. And then the bottom line here is I'm asking them if they're open to take a look at how to make extra money at home on social media. And this can be what, you know, you can plug and play whatever you want in here as well. And then I put down here, if not, no big deal. The other thing I want to say is this right here. I will show you, I go to when I'm on their page, I will go to one of their posts that I like or something I like about their page. And I will either like on it or comment on it and tell them right here I did. And then go on. Then the rest of this is all the same message every time. So I'll copy that. I'll go to Thunder's page and let me raise this up a little bit. And all I do is I paste that in here. So you see that, and I've got that in there. And I just put this in here as a reminder to me to go to his page. So I'll go, for instance, on here, I really like his banner. So I'll just go in here, and instead of that, I'll just say, I really like your banner page. Something simple, just like that. Sorry about that. I'm going to do that again. See if I still have that. Okay, let's go back up here. Sorry.
Are you good?
I got fast fingers here. Fat fingers, I should say. All right, so I'm back. We're going to start this over. I'll just get rid of all this and paste in what I just had. Okay. All right. So, so I'll put right here, the hi is there, and I'll add the name. So in this case, I'll just use Thunder, just because that's what he's got, you know, like in parentheses. So I want to get to know him. And then here is where, this is where I put in I let him know I'm looking at his page and I'm not just spamming him. So I say, I really like your banner page. And then, and I could add another sentence there if I want. But then it comes down here. It says, I hope you're doing all right, blessed, safe during these times. With everything going on, I'm focused on and productive in my newest home-based business, and this can be whatever yours is. I'm not putting links in here. Are you open to taking a look? And I don't send links to anybody unless I ask and they say, okay, do it. And then here it's no big deal. All right, then all I do is send it. Okay, so now once that's sent, I go back to my page here. So this was Thunder, Abraham Todd. All right, this is my first day. And so I sent my first message, first message that says these two things out to him today. And then what I'll do is just go right on down this line. I'll do one more, open it up, copy it, go back to the Facebook page, put that name in here, search. His Facebook page or her Facebook page comes up, and I will see, I will put the same thing in there again, only let's say, Thunder, I'm going to do this twice for you just to show something a little bit different. So let's say this is my next person, and I put this in here, same information. Okay, so, and this person was, let's go back here, back to my, this one was Alan Jones, let's say. All right, so I'll go back and I'll say, hi, Alan. And let's say that there was a really good family post he had, where really, you know, that I'll just say something like, I really liked your vacation post. That's on my bucket list. Okay, and that's all I'll say there. And then I'll go onto his page and actually like that post that I just wrote about here, and I will comment on it and said that, hey, that's on my bucket list, you know, because then it shows Facebook that you're interacting with them and you're just not spamming. And it also is it's kind of a nice little icebreaker for new people, if you have new people that you're sending it out to. And then I'll hit enter. Okay, and then once again, I'll go back to my spreadsheet, and I'll put a 1 there, and I'll put a 1 there. Okay, and I'll do that for 10 of these. And then Thunder, you can respond to that one of those if you want now, but I'll do that for 10 of these. And then now I'm going to go back to my Facebook page, and I'll look up here. Now you'll see there's lots of, I'll let you finish there, Thunder. And we'll do a yes, and then a one where there's no answer, and then we'll do a no. So I'll show you how all that works. So then I'll go up to my messenger bot. See, okay, there's Thunder. Hey, Steve, I'm glad you're on my page banner. Tell me more about your business. Okay, awesome. So now I'll go back to my scripts here, and I don't have to do another second follow-up, you know, because that he didn't. I'll check back if he doesn't follow up in a day or answer me, then I'll send this follow-up message. Okay, and if he doesn't answer to that in another day, then I just forget him, you know, and I'll show you what I do there too. So, all right, so he said yes, send me the link. So this is what I've got, and I just made this up. This is where you would put your link, your product link or your service link or whatever you got. You'll copy that, go back to the Facebook page where the messenger is, and I will go and paste that in there, and you'll see, excellent, let's chat after you watch the video so I can get you making some money for your dream. And then there's the link. Okay, so then I'll send him the link. All right, now he's done. I'll give him a day to look at it now, unless he responds to me and watches it more quickly, then I'll get back to him. But I usually give him a day. So I go back to my page here. Now this is Alan Todd. Okay, so he answered me today. So there was no need for another follow-on because he already asked for my link, and I'll put the number 1 there. So now I know he's looking at the link, and I'll give him a day. And then when I come back tomorrow, I'll look and I do my follow-ups. I will look at this and say, okay, I did this on day 1. I'm on day 2. I'm gonna get back to him and see what he thought about it. So Thunder, why don't you, well, okay, let's do it this way. Let's just go right through this. So a day later has gone, and let's say that he has not responded. So I'm gonna, and I find that out by going back to here. Okay. All right, now this is, that's a good one. Now, what I recommend, what I do, and what I'm sure if you're in any kind of MLM, or if you're got your own product or services, you have a video or something that's already made that talks about your business opportunity. If you don't, you want to put one together. So this is where I will put in there either, well, let's see, he said that's cool. So I'm assuming he saw this and he liked it. How's it work? I will send him then a link that he can click on and then start getting in, and that gets him into the business. Now, for my particular business, this would go through, and there's a start here button on it. So he would just say, hey, this is cool. I'm looking forward to working with you. And I would say, hey, you got any Q&A, let me know, because it's all pretty much automated what I do. But if you don't have that, this is where you would send them the link to get them into your business. Okay. So let's say that he didn't send me anything. All right. And it's been the second day. So I go back up here, and this is where we did this, if you remember right. And now this is my follow-up message. It's kind of a nice little way to, kind of a little a hint. Hey, just checking in. How's it going? Have you had a chance to look at this yet? So this is 1 day later. I'll put that in. Just checking in. I was wondering if you're open to taking a look at what I'm doing to help people make money online. And that's all I would do. I don't have to go back into his Facebook or anything or his Facebook profile page, comment or anything like that. We've got the ball rolling now. And I will send this to him. And then I will go back up to my page here again and say, okay, let's say that was Alan Jones that we're talking about. Okay, and he didn't open it. So I will put here, and I'm on my second day now. So I'll put a 2 there. All right, on my second day, I sent him a follow-up message. Okay, now that's as far as I will go, or I will wait a day. And then if in my follow-up process, I will wait a day. And if there's no answer yet, then that's enough for me. I mean, I'm a busy man, and I'm sure maybe Alan doesn't want to see any more of that. So I will take the Alan Jones and I will mark him red, which means that he doesn't want anything to do with it. So I don't have to go back to him. Maybe I'll go back in 40 days or something like that, or a month. But that's how I do that. Now, what I do when Thunder responded, when I send him the link, this is what I do here. I consider them hot leads now. That means that they're looking at the link now. There's good possibility. All right. And I will then color that yellow. Okay. And so, and that's what I would have done on the first day for Thunder. Okay. The second day, this is when the red would come in. Okay. And then so on the second day, I will go down to wherever I left off. Let's say I left off right here, and I will do what I just did. just showed you on how I started the conversation and everything. And this will be the second day I started doing that here. And I will follow that same process, do 10 of them, and then I'll do the follow-up. But now the follow-up, I will go back to where the hot leads are. I don't have to follow up with the red because they don't want anything to do with me for whatever reason. And I will continue on with whoever I sent these to, if there was to see if there was a second follow-up, or I mean, if they even looked at my first message, and do just what, like I showed you, put a two in there. Let's say I started this and I waited a day and there was nothing, I would put a 3 in there. Okay, so that keeps track for me on who's looked at what, when, and all of that. Okay, and once again, I'll wait a day. If there's nothing there, then I will make this, if he doesn't like it, I will make this a, or doesn't respond, either or, make that a red. So now I don't have to follow up on him. So and then the last thing I want to do here, I don't know how long I'm going here, but let's say that.
You got time, Steve.
Okay.
I responded back as Alan, by the way.
What's that?
I responded back. You might want to check.
Oh, okay. All right. So, okay. So now I'll go back to here, back to Facebook again. And I'll go to, let me go right back here again. When I follow up, same thing again, you know, he's following up as Alan. So I just copy and paste, go back to this would be my Facebook profile page, and I would search again, and then I would check the messenger to see, because it keeps track of of everything that is said. And I will say, okay, Alan now says, let's see, so not my thing right now, maybe next year. Okay. All right. That's cool. You know, the biggest thing is that I had to learn when I first started was not to take it personal, you know. It's like you don't go out on a date and ask the girl on the first date to marry her. You know, you got to start a conversation and see how it goes. And sometimes the answer is no. Okay, next, you know, is the way I look at it. It's just like anything else. All right, so Alan, he doesn't want it. All right, so I don't want to leave him hanging. I don't want to be a jerk. So I will this time. No, I'm joking. Okay, so this is where I only have one no message. Okay, so this is what I'll do, and I'll go back to the messenger, say, okay, no worries, totally understand. By the way, I want to leave it open that he may be a referral for me. You know, you never know. By the way, do you know of anyone else that wants some extra money to make it at home from now? And I'll send that off like that. Now, I'm done with him unless he comes back. And I'll know that by when I do my follow-ups on the messenger, on the Facebook's messengers. So I don't have to worry about him anymore. But I do have a referral out there. So Alan's out there. And so now, you know, now I would put the red on there. I would just still leave it in there. I don't need to follow up on him anymore. Okay. So let's go back and see what I have here. Okay, last thing. Let's say I'm going to respond to your messenger that mentioned that you liked what you saw. When I said that, you know, I would give him a start button or something to get him in the business. This is what this means. I don't send this to them, but when they're joined, that's what I do. I'll help them get started with the business or the service, whatever it is they need, Q&A, and and I will send him that. Hey, if you need help with this, let me know. Got any questions, let me know. And then just leave it at that. And then I will go back up to here and let's okay. So Abraham, which is Thunder, he looked at the link. I didn't need to follow up, or I did follow up after the first link in it, but I didn't do it until the second day. Okay, and there was no reason for another follow up because he says he wants in, and once again, if I would wait one more day here in my follow up to see if he responds to the link. If he doesn't, then I won't follow up anymore. I'll count him as a red. But as it turns out, he liked it, and we've got him joined. So then I would take this. Well, and he joined on, let's say he joined on day 3. Okay, I put that there, and now he's part of my team. He's part of my business. So I changed that to green. And I think this is the color green I'm using. Yeah. So that tells me this is the way I can keep track of everything that goes on with all of my Facebook friends, because I want to go through my friends list, and I want to see and I want to call out the ones that, aren't interested or haven't done anything, we haven't conversed with, or they don't use anything, they haven't been putting anything on their Facebook page and everything. I want to call them out. So I have a more targeted audience, which is what Facebook likes to see, because then there's more interaction in between the people. So the last thing I'll say here is, in order to do that, let's say Donald Fox, I sent him the link or asked him if he's open, and the third day I asked him and there was still nothing. Okay, because I don't have the link here. If there was something, I would have put a 3 here. Okay, but there's nothing there, so I know that. And let's say in my comments section here, you can put in whatever you want, just to remind you what actually happened. Sometimes I just put in the text I sent them. Then I know, okay, all right, what's going on? But let's say this guy was, he didn't answer. Well, let's say it this way. He answered, sword, but was a real jerk about it. Okay. Well, all right. I'm not going to get personal about that. It just tells me, okay, well, we don't have any business together. And that just reminds me of that. And then, so what I'll do here now is I'll delete this row. And now I don't even have him on my list anymore. This is my Facebook list. So I'll never see him again on here, because I have deleted him and from my friends list. And then I'll go on my page here, and then I'll go back up to Facebook, and I will then I will go here to the unfriend, and I'll unfriend this person. I'm not going to unfriend you, Thunder, and I'll click unfriend, and then he's out of my system as far as follow-ups and anything like that, or any kind of activity, conversations or anything like that I want to have with him. So he's gone. So, but who knows? In a month from now, when I'm going through, he may come back in a month because he wasn't ready then, and he'll send me a friend request. and I'll go up here to the, well, this is the new one. Where are the friends? Friends, up here, Messenger, notifications. No, well, I'll get a friend request. I check on them every day, and I'll go to his page, and maybe at that time I'll add him back in as a friend because it'll show up that he's not my friend. It's the friend request. So that's how I treat them. But if he never does, then that's okay too. Now I have called down my list to people who really want to converse with me and are interested in my business. And you can either partner with them. You can either, if they don't want to join your business, you can maybe there's you can join up and share email addresses and have them promote to your email address and you promote to their email address, with each other's products. It's you can get really creative on how you can work with people that are in these online businesses. And so let me see. I don't think I left anything out, Thunder. And once again, I will send whoever wants this script page, and I can send you this. This is just a demo. If you want to use that as a template, kind of thing as well. And I also have a slideshow, a real short slideshow that talks through this as well, that I can either send to people who want it or post. If you want, Thunder, I can post it into your group if you want. However, it doesn't matter. This is all there. There's no links, or there's nothing here to sell. Today is just pure education, and I hope that the folks that joined us got something out of this. And if so, let me know, and I'll get you. I can answer more questions, or I can help you get started on this as well if you want to. As you can see, it's fairly simple once you get things set up. And then the last thing is I'll send you that link that shows you how to download your Facebook friends into a spreadsheet like I have here. Now, be advised that, I've got a bunch of friends, over the years. If you're doing, I would start with 10 to 20 friends a day that you start the conversations with, so Facebook doesn't get, too excited. They aren't going to anyway because you're doing it in Messenger. But that's the way I would get started. And in that way, it doesn't overwhelm you, because at the same time during that day, you're following up on the ones you did the day before or the day before that too. And then just keep plugging away. It might take, I think I figured out for me to get through my entire list and find out who and get them culled down to the targeted one might take me 3 months. At 10 to 20 a day, sometimes after about a week or so, if you really get into this, you can do 40, there's probably there is no limit, but you could spend all day doing it if you wanted to, and get through your list faster if you want, and get it called down faster if you want. It's entirely up to you, but I would start first week with 10 to 20 new contacts a day, and then do your follow-ups like I showed you.
Yeah,
I think that's all I got, Thunder. You have any questions for me, or?
If you don't mind taking off the share real quick.
Yeah, stop sharing.
There are so many things that as you were going through this, I'm like, yeah, I can do some of this my way by, twisting it, changing some of the layout to how I want it to flow, and also what I want to target, because not everybody wants to sell a service or a product, right?
Mm-hmm.
want to ask if, hey, are you interested in my post, my lifestyles, and what you follow and interact and share kind of thing too? So
Absolutely.
but 10 is definitely doable. But when it gets to the second day and the third day, now you
Yeah.
30, right? 40,
Yeah.
50. And for late responders, not everybody responds to Messenger right away. A lot of people do. But I find that Messenger has this have a 1 day lag, if not a 2 day, when people are like, oh yeah,
Mhm.
hey man, I finally saw your message. So yeah, I can definitely see this being a heavy tasker if you have a primary job and you want to do something on the side. But
Right.
if you have time, man, the potential,
Yeah.
it's amazing. I do want
And
like now.
I'm going to say, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I say I want to try this like now.
Yeah.
Just blast it out to 10 people and see what happens,
Yeah. And I was surprised. I was getting answers the same day. Where other ways that I was marketing, it wasn't coming in that fast, And I mean, I wasn't connecting that fast. Not everybody's going to want to do it, uh, but I started. I'm actually still doing this part time. What I'll do is, even though I've got a full time agency business here, I will start off maybe in the morning and do 10,
Hmm.
and then follow up with them, and then in the afternoon I'll have my some other tasks I need to do for other people, or I'll have a webinar or a video to watch to keep learning about my task. I call it continuing education,
Yeah.
and that's how I just set myself up. So, but if you find yourself being overwhelmed, then just draw a line in the sand, get caught up, and then go back to 10 or go back to 5. Do whatever fits your schedule. You don't have to feel like you're forced to do 10 to 20 a day. Do what's comfortable for you. And consistency is as like everything else is the key here.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm loving this so much, and I know you are very busy. You got your agency you got to run, and you're hopping on here with the vet crossing and sharing all this golden nugget stuff for free. Amazing. I don't know if you guys know, if you guys follow Steve, but he has a bunch of YouTube videos out there as well on how to's. Definitely
Mhm.
subscribe and get your notification on, because he publish pretty frequently. And some of those videos are like amazing things that I did not know. For like one of the videos, like how do you get the what is it, the transcription from audio from people just,
Right.
I'm like, huh? I didn't know you
Yeah.
could do that. That's just freaking amazing.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah. Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. Because I'm sure everybody's that way. You start watching a great video, a
Mm.
how-to video, and this person's a millionaire, and is trying to teach everything to you, and they're really moving, and you're trying to keep up with them with notes. I'm not that fast.
Yeah.
And so I would get frustrated. And after going back and re-listening and re-listening and re-listening, I just started poking around until I found this. And to where now all I got to do is, and I do this for every video that I want, or that I watch and that I want to learn from, and I can bring up their transcription of what their script really, and I just copy and paste that into my note taking capability, and I can go over it later. Maybe there's some nuggets in there I want to use in my business,
Yeah.
uh, but you don't get that if you don't have the words too.
Yeah. So I remember that because I was listening to a very good book. And even now, it's only been like 2 weeks ago after I finished the book. I'm like, I don't really remember what the author really meant or said at this chapter, that chapter. So now I'm wanting to go back and listen again. But see, this is where it comes in handy, because with these transcriptions, I can make it my own. You know how people put evergreen posts up on Facebook?
Mhm.
There's motivational posts, there's business posts, and they're like, oh man, where you get that from? Well,
Yeah,
you can get it from that right there. Just make it your own.
exactly. I'm here to tell you that nobody is 100% unique by themselves. Or I mean, nobody has everything that they share comes all only out of their smarts. You know, it's a combination of things, and they put a twist on whatever else something triggers them into. And I just want to show the book. This is the book that I just finished. It's called Magnetic, sponsoring by Mike Dillard, and I don't have um, a play in this game, but when you're talking about keeping track of things, this is how I do that. See these little, can you see that? All those little stickers, and each of those colors means something. So I can go back without having to reread the book and wonder where it was. I said, oh, okay, that's the part where I wanted to, and I'll just open that up and read that part. And that's what I'm doing for YouTube. It's except that I'm just opening the transcript.
That's a very good practice, man. See, I'm learning so much today. I definitely appreciate your time, Steve. Powerful stuff, and I can't wait to see more content from you. Go ahead and post away, man. Your sharing is loving, and I hope everybody realizes that sharing is loving.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. In fact, that's why I like your page, Thunder. It's like, I think we military guys are that way. I mean, we're not in it for the money. We're in it for protecting people, helping our country, whatever it is, And and that the only place that I found where you can, or that means the most to me, is with online stuff. You can, like in your site, the Vet Crossing, you share a ton of stuff on there that you're not really selling anything, but it's like, oh man, this is really helpful. I'm going to do that, and and it's something that it makes me better. Maybe it's personal development. Maybe it's learning a new exercise.
Yeah, too.
You're nuts on those exercises, man. I tell you what.
Don't hurt something, man. I appreciate it, Steve, so much. Let's later. I think I have slots open late October, if not November,
Okay.
to hop on for an hour show. And then let's do that. I definitely want to hear more about your upbringing, your military career, and then, of course, what you're doing in your job right now, too. So
sure. Absolutely. I'd love to do it.
yeah. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for joining us. If those are sticking with us and watching this video throughout the whole entire 48 minutes, outstanding. Thank you so much. For those that are jumping in now and you're watching it after and catching this message now, go ahead and hashtag replay. I got this from Heather Halgrove. This is a good way to see who's watching the video after versus the video live. Appreciate it, guys. Bye, Steve.
All right. Take care. Everybody have a good one.
Too. Bye.
Bye.